Hello everyone and welcome to Mob Star, Master of Barbering Star. I'm Tafar the Barber and I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this look, this curly top look. First, we're going to make sure that the client hair is clean. Having a clean hair brings out a better looking cut on the client. I'm going to start by shampooing, making sure you lather the hair really nicely. Try to get all the dirt off the scalp and the hair follicles. Then we're going to use a comb just to clear the hair out. So later on when you're using a pick to clear the hair out, it'll be an easier process. The hair won't be so hard to clear out. First, we're going to make sure the client is completely clean. There's no water dripping down. And now we're going to use the pick and just clear out the top that we already cleared out with the comb. And as you can see, it's the easier process. The pick is going straight through. I'm going to get the blow dryer and blow dry the hair while using a pick, just so we have a cleaner look and a cleaner outcome of the style that we're trying to achieve. This will help later on when we're actually styling the hair. You'll see how the comb goes straight through and we're not going to have a hard time actually clearing out the hair. As you can see, the hair is pretty much cleared out and pretty much dry, and we're ready to start our fade. You're going to start our fade, or low drop fade, with the liners, the Babyliss liners, gold liners, which is really nice to get a really clean look. As you can see, I'm just going around the hair and setting my first guideline. It's a very clean drop guideline. Try to keep your guides as clean as possible, just to make sure you get the cleanest outcome and the cleanest result as possible. As you can see here, the hair is pretty much clean. You don't even need to use a shaver for it. The liners cut pretty close, as you can see, so it's going to give it a more cleaner look. I'm going to take the wall with the guard all the way closed, with the no guard all the way closed, and we're going to create our second guideline, about a ½ inch up, an inch to a ½ inch up. As you can see, this process is just eliminating that first guideline that you created and starting in with your blend. As you could see already, because I keep my client clean, the fade's already looking a lot cleaner, a lot more blended, even though it's only the second guideline that we're creating. By keeping your work clean, you know where you're at all times. Our second guideline, we're going to open, no guard, all the way open, and carry our second guideline, but also an inch to a ½ inch up. And as you can see where the second guideline is. And later on, I'll tell you guys how to take out that second guideline. As you can see a line coming in by creating this guideline. There's a line coming in to the hair, and we'll have to be able to remove that by closing the no guard halfway closed. I'll show you guys how to do that a little bit later. Okay, so our second guideline is done, pretty much done. And now we're going to go in with the clippers, no guard, halfway closed. And that is how we're going to get rid of that guideline that was created with the clippers with no guard all the way open. And as you can see, it's already blending pretty nicely. How much you close it, which is not that much, is halfway. And we go up halfway into that guide. And as you can see, it's blending pretty nicely. And also make sure you keep brushing and keeping the hair clean, keeping your area clean of work. Having a clean client result in a clean outcome, a clean look. We're still going back in here with the guide halfway closed, with no guard, halfway closed. As you can see, it's pretty much blended pretty nicely. So soon we're going to be moving on to our next step. Use the clipper sideways just to get those extra hair that you can see. You can see dark strands of hair. It's not a whole guide of hair is just strands, so you could turn the clipper sideways and get rid of those. Second, we're going to go into the hair, create another guideline, our third guideline, with the clipper, with the number 1 guard all the way closed. Because we want a clean look on top, we could go in with it closed right here, because we know we're not going to go any higher than a 1 open. So to eliminate that process of coming back and having to close the guard and take out a line, you could just go with it all the way open, and you could see that it's creating a more nicer blend, a nicer, cleaner blend. While cutting the hair, make sure you go with the grain. Make sure you go with the area that the hair is, the way that the hair lays. If the hair is laying straight down, you go straight down. If it's laying at an angle, you go at an angle. Here we're using the half guard to take out that guide that the 1 guard created. And as you can see, that guide is pretty much coming out that the number 1 guard with all the way closed has created. It's pretty much blending that guide all the way out. And that's what we're looking for. That's what we want. We're going to move the lever up and down with the half guard on it, just to get it blended nicely and evenly all the way around. As you can see, you see that guide right there. Now when you go in slowly with the half guard all the way halfway closed, it's taking out that guide that was created with the 1 all the way closed. As you can see, your fade is pretty much coming out nice and clean. We kept our clean. Cleanliness, as you could tell in this video, is the most important thing. Everybody loves a clean barber. Don't be a dirty barber. But yeah, getting back to the cut, as you can see, the hair is blended pretty nicely. After this, we're just going to have to go back in and detail our work. But we pretty much laid all the groundwork down. We got all our guides in. We took out pretty much most of our guides. So all we're doing now is just going back and doing a lot of cleanup work. As you can see right now, we're going with the number 1 guard all the way closed, and we're coming down. Instead of going up against the grain, we're coming down with the grain and just getting those extra loose strands that are on the hair. Because the highest that we ended was a 1, that would be the guide, the guard that we would use to come back down to just clean up the hair. And as you can see, it's going all the way around, making sure that we get all those loose strands of hair that is on top of the hair, which is the 1. Now we're going back with the 1 open and just getting any loose hair. Cleanup work is what makes your fade the best fade or just a regular fade. After you're done with all your work and you think you're done, go back in and make sure you clean up all the loose strands, all the loose ends, all the loose hair that you just see lying around. Those are very, very important to your overall outcome of how the hair is going to look and how it's going to be styled. You'll see at the end. And here we're pretty much almost done. Only the top of the hair is left to be styled and the lineup of the hair. Next, I'll be showing you guys how to line the hair up pretty nicely. First, I usually start in the middle and work my way to either end, just to make sure I have an even line up all the way around. Some people start at the corners, some people, everyone have different ways of how they do it, but for me the easiest way is just to start in the middle and go to opposite ends, and that's how I have an even line up all the way around. And as you can see, because how nicely the fade came out, the lineup's making it look even better. Try not to push the hair back. As you know, don't push anyone's line back. Follow the natural pattern of how the hair grows and how the natural hairlines already is. As much as you can, just follow that natural lineup. And as you can see here, we're getting a pretty crispy lineup with this liners. I love these liners. They're some of the best ones I've used so far. And it's gold, so why not? As you can see, we have a nice foundation of our lineup, and then we're just going back in and cleaning up whatever little loose hair, loose strands that are lying around, just to make sure the lineup is crispy as possible. Here we're going back with no guard all the way open. And like I said, detailing. Detailing is the name of the game. If you could detail your work all the way down to the last minute, and then you'll have one of the best outcomes and one of the best fades or tapers or whatever cut it is that you're doing at the moment. Okay, so now we're moving on to styling. I use the styling foam just to get a curly look on top. We're going to put it all evenly, and we could wet the hair back down again because we need a little bit of moisture because we had dried the hair before we started actually cutting the hair. And as you can see, a little bit of moisture always helps. We're distributing it evenly around, and we're going to get ready to style it. Now we're just doing a little twist in the hair to give the hair a little bit of formation, give the hair a nice style on top, so they're not just walking out the barber shop with just a haircut. You want to give them a haircut and a style on top. This is a twisting process with the comb. It's fairly easy and quick to complete the whole hair. Just make sure you get twist all the way out to the tip of the hair. And there you go, you get a twist. This foam will eventually dry up later, and the end result, you'll be able to see how nicely the hair comes out at the end. And to achieve this look, pretty much all I use is just a styling foam and some water. It could be that simple sometimes. I'll let this part of the video just run, just so you guys could see the technique and how I'm using and turning the comb for every single twist that I'm doing. Like I said, it's a very easy process, and anyone could be able to achieve this look. It takes a little while. It's an easy process, but it takes a little while to get done and completed. But as you see, the foam is not drying up either, so you have time to get through majority of the whole top without it drying out. Some other products, it'll probably dry up and you'll have to put some more moisture, or you'll have to put some more products, but I saw that I got through the whole top pretty much all the way, and this foam did not dry up, or the water or the moisture did not dry out of the hair, which is pretty good. So I'll just let the video run and let you guys just watch me twist majority of the hair, and then we're going to move into the next process, which is creating a design in the hair. You know, you want the hair to actually stand out, so you'll put, for this haircut, I put a little design just so the hair doesn't just have a fade and a style on top. It has a design to give the hair, the whole overall look a little pop. And to, you know, it always helps with the client when they feel good, you know that you did a really good job. Okay, and this is one of the looks of how the overall look is when the hair is drying up. And here I'm using the liners again and just putting a little mark in the front of the hair, putting a design. Nothing crazy, just something to make the hairstyle stand out a little bit more than it already is, and letting the client feel a little better about themselves. We're going in with the razor to give that design that you put in a sharp look in the front, and just pass back over your lineup that you did with the liners. Like I said, again, just to give you that sharp look at the front, because everyone knows the lineup makes the difference in a haircut. If you have a sharp lineup, you get way more compliments than if you have a really good style in your hair and a messed up lineup. So that's how important a lineup is in a haircut. For everyone out there, if you know, you know. Hairline is as important as the fade, or if not more important. And here's like a really nice overall look of how the style came out. You know, just use that powder, clean up the client, put some aftershave on him, making sure he's smelling good. He feels good. He's going to be looking good. He's smiling. You can tell he loves the outcome of what his hair looks like. And at the end, detailing. And like I said, at the end, detailing is extremely important. This is the end of the detailing. Thank you guys again for checking in. It's Tafar the Barber with MOBS, Master of Barbering. I'll catch you guys next time.